Yo, man, what's going on, everybody, man? I hope everybody is having a good, blessed day. I know a lot of people on break right now, coming into the new year, and I feel like I want to end the new year off with a bang, man. I just want to tell y'all, man, happy holidays, everybody. I know for a fact that a lot of people are finna be, just out enjoying time with their fam, coming into the new year with loved ones and things like that. And just, let's go ahead and give a silent prayer for the ones who wasn't able to make it into the new year. I'm always blessed to let y'all know, like, just to make it in a day in this world is honestly a blessing. Making another minute in this world, it's honestly a blessing, let alone another year, so I really take things like this prideful. I'm really not a big, holiday person, but at the same time, like, I take pride in making it in a new year because it's a lot of people that I know personally, just friends and family who, lost their life this year through the unfortunate conditions. And I know a lot of people that are, watching me right now, possibly in the same boat, who have lost a lot of loved ones and friends in this year of 2023. At the end of the day, we still moving forward and still have to do what we got to do in this thing that is so-called life as we know it. But at the same time, do we really know this thing called life? You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I know we haven't talked about the video. I just kind of wanted to give y'all a little bit of speech beforehand, but by the title and thumbnail, I mean, y'all really already know what to expect with today's video. It's the same thing, just a different day. Another little reaction. What can I say? You know what I'm saying? But make sure if you guys enjoyed this video that you give it a huge like button, man. 1 like equals 1 prayer. So let's go and get this video to 1,000,000 prayers, man. And I hope that y'all enjoy. Let's get it. Let's go.
I had to record this to know I ain't tripping. I know I hear a real life frequency being played. Hey, bro, you hear that? Recording live from Las Vegas. They playing frequencies out here. Trying to lower vibrations. Cause I already know it ain't nothing good. Especially with how weird today been. Oh, no, I ain't definitely plotting nothing good.
Wow. That's scary, though. They are able to transmit frequencies that can make us tear up. Because when I'm reading these comments now, a lot of people are like confirming, like, this was true. This happened to me when I was in this area. Somebody right here said they were on the East Coast. Like, it has been reported on the East Coast and things like that too. Somebody saying, oh, this happened once when I was in Baltimore. And some people are also commenting saying that this has been nonstop and nobody know where it is coming from. And I feel like if a lot of people call and report this problem and they are not somewhat recommended this and trying to see what's going on and to just inform their citizens on why these frequencies are being casted across the state, and people are honestly tearing up like that. I feel like that's weird. I'm not going to call it all witchcraft and all this other stuff, but it definitely could be possibly spiritual warfare or like metal manipulation type situation. When I'm saying it, it's like, and it's just wild. I feel like that's weird. Just imagine on the things that we could not hear that they could somewhat cast out through just an entire world that would make us feel a particular way. And the main thing I'm going to talk about is 5G, and I'm also going to talk about the social media internet. That can also be a way for them transmitting certain frequencies to when certain things go on within the news that everybody somewhat feel at a sorrow state. But can a lot of people confirm, anybody that's in the East Coast areas, or if this happened to or anything, can y'all confirm this down below if this has happened to y'all? Because in the comments I'm looking at right now on the video that actually is, people are honestly saying that this is true. It's the same thing as tornado warnings, the Amber Alert that went out October 4th. Like, is these alerts that's setting off these frequencies from our phone that is putting us in a direct state of mind. It's real.
They want to hear him talk, man. No, yeah. They want this man to throw them blows, man. That's what they waiting for. They waiting for Charlemagne to tap these gloves and go at Ye.
I'm not trying to throw blows, but this is what I want.
Let me ask you a question, Sean.
Yes, sir.
You and Nibby. How was it when y'all got that visit from the next level?
What's the next level?
The people, man.
What's the next level?
When you ready, when your career is at that level, and then you get a visit to go to the next level.
I'm talking Illuminati.
I ain't say no names.
We ain't supposed to speak about that, Wallow.
Yeah, we don't speak about that.
Wallow, you know we ain't supposed to, that's why I'm sweating here.
I ain't supposed to say that. I ain't even gonna say that because I might get called in for that. I'm gonna just chill.
They want to hear him talk, man.
Freeze your body.
Well, what happened with my first gen is they took the skull because he initially had written in a will to the Raelian movement that if something were to happen to him, they can ship the skull over immediately to Clonade, so they can remove a fragment of bone that's located here, and in this fragment of bone stores all of your memories and consciousness, and with that they can make a sufficient replica of yourself, a reproductive version of you, including your memories. And you can be selective as to which ones you keep or don't keep. This process has been around for quite some time. Like Dolly the sheep was cloned back in the late 70s, early 80s, if I'm not mistaken.
Dolly the sheep, yeah, I remember that. And they cloned a lot of animals.
Yeah, Clonade, don't want to say too much information. This is going to be broadcast on the...
Actually freeze your body.
We already saw this situation. We already saw that and confirmed that situation. That is crazy.
You don't drink the gold juice. So I was offered the gold juice 3 times in my 20s, my 30s, and
What's
my 40s.
that? Pee? A lot of golden showers in
the
Burbank.
gold juice that I will live forever and I'll have whatever I want.
Oh.
The gold juice. You never offered the gold juice?
No, I'm a scumbag comic. What's the gold juice?
I don't know, but I didn't drink it and I didn't want it. And
is this in
I noticed when all the girls, certain girls on Orange changed. Yeah, it's a real thing. It's like a real thing.
Wow.
Like it's all a real thing. And it's scary because they send like people after you and they can like kind of moonlight as like a friend or, you know, and they're wolf in sheep's clothing. And listen, you can have everything you want, all the fame in the world, all the money. I'm like, what if I just drank it? But then you know what I mean? Like, what if and I don't know what it is. If it's a metaphor for the gold juice, like, you feel what I'm saying?
Mostly.
And
if there's a tincture that makes you younger, I better know where. You better let me in on this. If adrenochrome's real, I'll be first in line.
You don't drink the cool. You don't drink the gold juice.
Wow. That just made me look at Monsters Inc. completely different. Let me actually show you out right quick. And I'm gonna reach out a definition. Basically, what she was saying about the adrenochrome thing is produced when children are terrified or tortured. I'm gonna put on the screen right here what basically adrenochrome is meaning. I can't really say it right now, but it definitely will make you look at Monster Inc. a lot different. And I know y'all like Monsters Inc. What this got to do with Monsters Inc. and the gold juice and make it make sense, y'all. When y'all read this, y'all gonna be like, dang, but I can't really say too many words in here because it's definitely gonna flag this video and it will get demonetized and y'all will not see this video. So y'all can just pause it and I'll scroll down for y'all to read it all. But I'm telling you all, it will make you look at what she referenced to was basically the movie Monsters Inc. So they saying that this is a salt mines in Romania. Like, that looks crazy. Like, just imagine the ones that we don't know about. This is just ones that they're like telling us about. Salt mine in Romania. Like, yeah, this is wild.
You must have thought you had everybody fooled. Not me. I see what's going on here. I see exactly what's going on. Mr. Adam thought we forgot about those tweets. You thought we forgot about those pedo tweets, sir?
What tweets happened?
No. I put 2 and 2 together very well. I said, wait.
Was just looking at a girl's Facebook picture and kept going to the old ones. And when she's 15, old ones when she's 15, I realized I thought she was hotter then.
He did a humiliation ritual. His wife did it with another guy. And it made him look bad. And people are going to be focused on this now and forget about that. Like, bro, come on now. I still can't believe people still support this guy till this day and even watch his podcast. Like, seriously, you going to disregard this? And I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, this is fake, this is not him, this is not his account. I don't want to hear none of that.
Whoa. Brandon and I are developing a new dating site for Ludo tagline for they just want to have. That is crazy.
Because people always got excuses. Dude posted that years ago. And that went over everybody's head. They forgot all about that. In this video I'm about to show you, he low-key admitted to the stuff that he's into. Y'all look at
I went to a place on Ventura the other day called Candyland. Little kid hangout. Yeah, I think it's lit.
And his wife is playing the script as well. She's a part of the humiliation ritual.
Shaking my head, man.
Y'all better wake up.
I didn't know anything about Adam with that situation, but that is crazy because I have watched this podcast before, but I remember that stuff happening in September. I think it was of this year, or it might have been later than September. It probably was August or this summer, but I remember he was in a canceling thing because people were basically saying like, man, I got kids. The fact that you would even look at a 15-year-old like that is wild. You get what I'm saying? Like, but the fact that he said in 2009, dating site for kids is wild, and he was an adult then because I think Adam was like 30-some years old. So in 2009, he possibly was like in his early 20s. That stuff just sick, man. Like you really don't know what's going on. But I wouldn't say that his wife is doing a humiliation ritual because what pleases other people might not please you. You get what I'm saying? What works for your household might not work for other people. It's a lot of people who enjoy different type of kinks and things like that, which I probably have a lot of viewers who enjoy different type of kinks that you know, like that if people found out that they'd be like, oh, you crazy, you know, and some people might enjoy it. Some people like might despise it. You get what I'm saying? Like, so I don't really judge when it comes to that because, you know, just being an adult, like everybody preferences is a lot different, especially when it comes to that. But it really only matters with you and your partner. You know, that's why I really didn't see anything, you know, too crazy with the whole, you know, him and you on what screen now and Adam 22 wife, because I mean, that's his kink. That's her kink. That's what they do. They swap. You get what I'm saying? And I mean, that is what it is. If they enjoy it, they enjoy it. It ain't up to me because at the end of the day, I have my own relationship. So who am I to sit here and put what I'm not comfortable with or what I can be comfortable with onto the next person? Like, that's what the world has a problem with. Like, they like to push other people's insecurities onto them when if they secure within themselves, then let them be secure. But I personally feel like, you know, and it's just my honest opinion that I feel like that Adam 22 might partake in other things that revolved in his latest tweets if it was a possible chance.
I told you guys 3 months ago that Barack Obama was going to put out this movie about the apocalypse and we needed to watch it. Literally, the people who were making this movie for Barack Obama said that all of his notations and the way that he wanted this film to be done scared the shit out of them because it felt so real. And Barack Obama came out himself and said he's adding stuff that he learned while being president to make this a real apocalypse-seeming movie. If you are a conspiracy theorist or one of the woke people, you will know that this movie is a warning. It's not just for shits and giggles. Barack Obama has showed us exactly what the apocalypse looks like. And contrary to belief, it ain't zombies and it ain't meteor showers. This movie literally talks about war. Over the entire movie, the people who sound the craziest end up being right. The people that you see throughout the movie saying, oh, this is war, this is attack from Koreans, this is for outside job, this ain't no end of the world, this is someone doing this for war, ended up being right. If you haven't seen the movie, there are a couple spoilers, but I am talking about Leave the World Behind on Netflix. It is centered around two families experiencing the apocalypse together. One family owns the home and the other family was in this home and it was being used as an Airbnb, but for whatever reason, the owner comes back and says he knew to come back because of his higher end clients. He then goes on to talk about how someone in a higher up, he can't say their name, was laughing and joking with him, and he looked him dead in the face and said, I wish you could come with me. Lo and behold, this higher up doesn't explain what he means, and then
yeah, they didn't explain. That was the part that made me mad. I'm sorry to cut y'all off, but they didn't explain like that part at all. Like in the video, I mean, a movie. I'm sorry.
Another friend speaks to this same person to move around his money, and he makes a joke. He says this man who is a higher up and well known in the business world and has something to do with defense communication looks him straight in the face and says, oh, you know, I'm just going to my annual meeting with the rest of the evil cabal that runs the world, and says that he wished that he could take this guy with him. So apparently the day before this apocalypse started, he spoke to one of his friends And another one of his friends says that he's going away. And he makes the same joke that the other man made, saying, oh, what are you going to this evil cabal with the rest of the world? I thought that was only during the winter solstice. And he said that friend didn't even laugh. He told him take care of himself and hung up the phone. If you know anything about the winter solstice is also known as Yule, which is what Christmas was stolen from, because it's a pagan holiday. But that's another story for another thing. And then there are these planes that come flying across the town, and they drop these red papers. And no one knows what the red papers say because they are written in Arabic, and the son sees one of the papers and says, I know this says death to America. So now everybody's freaking out because they start hearing these noises as well, these high-pitched noises, and the son's teeth begin to fall out. And they go to a neighbor's house to try to get help, and the neighbor's like staring them down, trying to fight. They have guns at each other because he won't give him medicine, and the neighbor's going on about, oh, yeah, this is an outside job, this is terrorism, da-da-da-da-da. It could be the radiation from the noises you've been hearing that are causing his teeth to fall out. And as you're watching this, you're like, this sounds crazy. You guys, the apocalypse isn't zombies. The apocalypse isn't even disease, really. You know what this movie says the apocalypse is? Someone infiltrating the central government and literally taking America down just by taking out our Wi-Fi and cell phone and TV communication. And then everything after that is when we turn on each other and it becomes a civil war.
Yeah. Basically was saying that it's better to have them attack themselves than them do the. So basically in that movie, it's like they made us do the dirty work ourselves. What I got from it was it's not like chemical warfare or nothing like that. It's like whatever is another word for like internet, you know, like an intelligent warfare type of thing. See, it was good. I feel like there's a lot of parts that could have been better on that movie. Don't get me wrong, but they definitely snapped on a lot of hidden messages. But I feel like just that part of the beginning, like it just didn't make sense. Like, oh, like this was our house. Like, yeah, I wish they just would have went back in time and it showed them like of them living in the house before and what happened and why they left the first time. Like, it just would have made more sense to me.
Big circles of these Satanists around an altar where the people, sometimes in hooded, what do you call them? They were wearing these long cloaks that were brown with hoods, and they'd be in a circle or two circles, one inside of the other, by the altar, where there'd be live children and sometimes babies. So, and that would happen at night. I saw people get stabbed and start bleeding, and it would be dripping to the floor. It was children. The youngest I ever saw stabbed, I'd say it was about younger than 2 years old. And then there were several that were 2 and 3 years old. I can't imagine how anybody got away with that. The kid disappears. Don't detectives come try to figure out?
Wow, that's Mariah Carey's sister exposing Mariah Carey and her satanic rituals to become famous. Wow.
This big circle.
Wow.
An undercover Catholic journalist has received death threats after posting a video which has since gone viral of the Freemason secret rituals. On November 16th, Kyle Clifton began posting a series of video clips he made while attending a highly secretive Masonic ritual. Filmed with a concealed camera, his footage documents the induction ceremony of a 3rd-degree Master Mason, which is the highest degree of Freemasonry in the Blue Lodge before members can choose to deepen their membership through more specific routes such as the Scottish Rite. One of his videos has been viewed more than 7 million times on X, formerly known as Twitter. Clifton told LifeSite News exclusively that he was 18 years old when he decided he wanted to expose Freemasonry because he believed it to be influential in much of the evil in the world. He explained that as a young man, he was asking questions such as, why is the world the way it is? Why is there so much degeneracy in the world? Who's pushing all this propaganda? And the more he researched, quote, it was like everyone was pointing to the Freemasons. For the rest of Kyle Clifton's exclusive interview with LifeSite News and for more undercover footage, go to lifesitenews.com.
Man.
And I'm looking for a cave that I found, and I didn't have a sidearm when I was here before, and something about that cave just spooked me. Out of all the caves I've ever gone in, this one just made my body vibrate. The closer I got to it, the crazier my body felt, and I was like, all right, I'm not gonna go in there right now, but I'm coming back someday. So hopefully I'll find it. It's shaped like a big M. It's a big cave that looks just like a gigantic M. It's shaped just like the letter M. Well, I did not find the cave. That is so weird. I mean, I thought for sure I was just gonna be able to find it.
You have the hole here. You have this piece. It doesn't match this piece, or this piece doesn't match this piece. Somehow they're together here.
Man. And hey, I could have sworn when I heard about this, people were saying that he harmed himself. Unfortunately, but can anybody confirm this down below? I could have sworn, if I'm not mistaken, that that's what happened. They found and realized that he actually did that to himself. Can't really say the word, but y'all get what I'm saying.
Zodiac signs. Zodiac signs is actually a demon. A demon rules over each zodiac sign. So how they did it was that in the time of Babylonia, they carried on what these Nephilim taught the humans. So they took the sky and divided up into 12 areas. With each area, they assigned a demon. So they gave it a name. And in Hebrew thought, name speaks of character and function. For instance, if you are a Capricorn, that's your demon that you are assigned to. His character, his function is actually your horoscope. That's pretty much the function. That's the character of that demon. And that's the seal. So zodiac sign is a sign, it's a seal. So you are marking yourself with this demon. You are giving legal access, you are giving legal rights for Satan and his demonic hood rats to come into your life. And zodiac signs.
That's pretty interesting, I shall say.
When shuttles blow up, it's not always an accident.
What do you mean, not an accident? Who is this guy singing?
And who am I, a conspiracy fly? Did you know NASA means deceive in Hebrew?
I did not.
The Denver airport was built by the Illuminati.
Peter, shoo that fly out of here.
I will as soon as I find out if he has a band from the Apple Store podcast I can listen to.
I do. It's flyonthewall.buzz/truth. First reconfigure your DNS server, then download a VPN and get the Tor browser.
It's too much work.
Wow. So that secret spy fly, I know y'all heard about flies, and a lot of people are saying that a lot of flies are not really flies, and the same thing with the birds and situations. So it just seemed like they basically was, on Family Guy, they were just putting a lot of stuff in our face that honestly could very, very much potentially be true.
All right, so let me read these Harley Texts. This is how he was ready. This is a trainer, but come to find out, he was actually Canadian intelligence, but this is my trainer.
Wow.
So it shows you the kind of handlers that are around the superstars in California, right? So it says, I'm going to help you one of a couple ways. First, you and I sit down and have a loving and open conversation, but you don't use cuss words. And everything that is discussed is based in fact, and not some crazy stuff that a dumb friend of yours told you, or you saw in a tweet. Second option, I have you institutionalized again, where they medicate the crap out of you, and you go back to zombie land forever. Play date with the kids just won't be the same. This is the way a Hollywood trainer was talking to me to force me to go and like apologize, right? But
so a Hollywood trainer, not like a fitness trainer. Let's say Hollywood trainer that can help him with his training of just him being Kanye West, right? Let's just say that if he's not talking about a fitness trainer, how does him having being a trainer, how is he also Canadian Central Intelligence? That is wild. That is crazy to know that somebody working in that field can hide in plain sight.
Well, let me bring you up to speed. Folks, while everybody's focused on what's happening in Israel and Gaza, I'm going to bring your attention to a major major story happening this week that nobody seems to be covering. The Biden administration is literally steps away from regulating all internet service providers and taking over all internet infrastructure across the United States.
Brendan Carr is calling the Biden administration's digital equality plan for all internet services and infrastructure an awful power grab. He said, President Biden's plan hands the administrative state effective control of all internet services and infrastructure in the country. Carr went on to say the Biden administration's plan empowers the FCC to regulate every aspect of the internet sector for the first time ever.
So let's verify this for ourselves right off the Federal Communication Commission website, right off the government's website. And this is astounding because this is the head of the FCC himself right there. And Carr opposes Biden's plan. As always, this is in my sources, so you can check it out and read it for yourself. President Biden's plan sweeps entire industries within the FCC's jurisdiction for the first time in the agency's 90-year history. President Biden's plan allows the FCC to impose unfunded build mandates on ISPs and unlimited monetary fines on every covered entity. The final vote for this is happening pretty much immediately. Next Wednesday, November 15th, the FCC is having their final vote. And if it wasn't for the Commissioner Brendan Carr, we probably never would have heard about it. And I bet they didn't talk about this on your 5 o'clock news. Well, let me bring you up.
Wow. It's just a thing of control.
This is in Arizona?
This is in Arizona.
And this really rich guy, he's a, what is it?
He's a Rothschild.
A Rothschild. He bought this town of Felicity and named it after his wife, Felicity.
Wait, is this real?
Who we think we ran into.
Can we make sure that this is real?
We visited it.
Go for tours of this place.
Oh, we did a tour.
We did a horrifying.
Why?
They tried to get us in the center of the pyramid, in the center of the thing, put our foot in the middle, save this thing and make a wish and then sign a contract. And I was like, and we were like, I'm not doing that. And she was like, well, it's the only part of the tour you have to do.
And they go,
to do the tour. And that's when we said, we don't want to do the tour anymore. We're going to leave. And she was pissed.
And then they said, she goes, this right here is the center of the world.
This is crazy. That girl, Baddie, she had basically said the same thing and nobody was trying to believe her. So I'm not sure if they just referencing her or they actually went through this before.
There is no job worth $2 million a year. That's why they pay athletes these fantastic salaries. I was listening to the radio the other day. They just contracted to pay one player on one team $6 million a year. Can you believe this?
And why is that?
It's the Roman Circus. What does the emperor do when the people become restive, and when the people are asking questions, and when the people don't like the policies of the emperor? He sends them to the circus. He creates a circus. He builds a giant coliseum. And he begins to throw the Christians to the lions. And he has great chariot races and football games and basketball games, all to keep the idiots preoccupied with things that don't mean anything in the scheme of the entire world, so that they don't have the time to learn what the truth is, so they don't ever get smart enough to learn how they're being manipulated.
Man. Wow. Wow. Nah. Where's this at? Hold on. Where is this at? Yeah, man, we just made it to the end of the video. I hope that you all enjoyed this compilation, man. Make sure if you did that you get this video a huge thumbs up before you leave, man. Remember, 1 like equals 1,000 prayers. Make sure if you're new to the channel as well that you get this video a huge subscribe. Hit that subscribe button and turn them post notifications on to get notified when I post another video, because of course you won't get notified when I do other than. And make sure you click all, man. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Let's get it. Let's go.